We did not get to heal in between these two chapters, so sadly, Sun is still at 1 health. Oh, I left her right on the edge. We're going to go ahead and use our first cube to remove Curse. We're going to heal 2, bringing us back up to 3, and we're going to cleanse this cube right here on an ability I have never used. We're now going to go ahead and I think we're going to help out Colin. We're going to join the fray. We're going to grab those 2 shield tokens because shields are awesome, and we're going to go move 2 and hit +0. Join the fray is going to activate, but it's going to be after we do our free move. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to make it there. So she's going to go ahead and move 1, 2, 3, 4, which is just fine. I'm not going to do the move part of it. I'm going to gain my 2 shields, and now let's see if we can hit him. I'm looking for a 7. I would get -2 being next to that darkness, but I do get +2 because I'm on a higher elevation. So let's go ahead and get this guy. I got a 13. We're on fire. That attack did 3 damage, bringing him down to 7, and we're going to finish up my turn by doing my Abundant Steps. We're going to do our little Abundant Steps, 1, 2, and I think, oh, should I move back 1 more? I think we're going to be fine just right there.
Next, we have our Shadow Cultist Veteran. He has a range of 2, multi-shot 2, curse 1, moves 4, and attacks for 5, has 10 health, the same amount of health as that Shadow Knight. The Shadow Cultist will move 1, 2, 3, 4. He has a range of 2, 1, 2, so he can hit this area. That's exactly why Sun jumped out of the way. Perfect! Next, let's have the Shadow Knight rookie go. Oh, he's shield 2, range 2, strike 1, and knockdown. Attacks for 5, or if he's adjacent to that darkness, 6. So the first thing he'll do is gain shield 2. Currently, Sun's health is 3, Maya's health is 4, so that means this Shadow Knight's going to go for Maya. All he's going to have to do is take 1 giant step here. He's still adjacent to this darkness. He's going to hit Maya for a total of 6 damage, because remember, his range is 2, 1, 2, so he's going to take that sword and swipe it and hit her. I'm going to do a reaction to that Shadow Knight who attacked me. I am going to use my hide armor here. That will prevent 4 damage. I'm still going to take 2 of them, so I'm going to go from 4 health down to 2 health. Now, normally, I would get a knockdown token, but I have a move 2, so that move 2 will mean I will just simply remove the knockdown token. Next to go will be the Rookie Ravager. The Rookie Ravager has 4 movement, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's all he can do. Maya will go next. She'll use her free move to move just there. She's within range 1. Let's go ahead and do a twin strike. This will be a +1/+1 hit thanks to our precision, so we need a 7 or higher to hit. I'm hoping for a 16 or higher because I can put out a pet and I can potentially give him burn 2. Our first roll will be a 10. That'll be 3 damage. Our second one, which by the way, he's got 2 shields, so that's just going to knock him down to 6 health. Our second attack, we get a 10 again. Great, but we weren't able to burn him, so he'll go down to 3 health. For my second cube action, I'm going to do Remove Curse, so that's going to allow me to heal 2. I'll go up to 4 health, and I'm going to remove the 1 curse cube I have.
Before Sun takes her activation, there is something I have to change. When you put your cubes down, the cube you're placing is the action you're doing. I don't have a ranged action I can use for my Join the Fray, so we're going to reverse these. I'm going to use my range action to do the heal one, and then I'll use my melee action to go ahead and do that Join the Fray. Sun has 2 cubes left. She's got a Wisdom and Agility cube. So we're first going to go ahead and use our Wisdom cube, which is going to be a Self-Heal 2 and Focus 1. So we're going to go to 5 health and give a Focus token. The next thing she's going to do is, why not? We're just going to relaxingly walk around. I'm going to gain another focus token, and I'm going to be able to move 4 spaces. Having placed that cube, I'm going to go ahead and do a recall on all of these cubes, and I'm going to have to place a curse cube down here as well. And we're going to put that right here in our focus or force strike because we've never used it. I have to draw a ruin out of the bag, and we have drawn the green ruins. We're going to go ahead and place that on the initiative track. Oh, wow, look at this. We got something from Space Invaders coming at us. We've placed our darkness tile out on the map, and I'm going to go and use my 2 shields to prevent the damage that I'm going to take for standing in it, because that's fantastic. The only thing I have left to do is we're going to use our 2 focus tokens to go and make an attack using our body strike. We've seen this, +3 hit, +3 damage, and push 3. But guess who's not getting pushed? Him, because he's too big. We get a net total of +1 for this roll. Let's hopefully take this guy out. Wow, my 3s come back to bite me again.
Well, unfortunately, we're not having a great time with the dice today. The Shadow Cultist is going to go next. All he has to do is move 2. Go into the darkness. He now has range 1, 2, and 1, 2 to hit both of us. He multi-shots. He attacks for 5 damage. Oh, wait, it's actually 6 because he's in darkness. For 6 damage, I would get killed. I'm at 4 health. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my green cube here for evasion. Self-fatigue 1. Now I don't have any cubes here, but you immediately, when you place your last cube, pick them all back up, and so I'm going to have to fatigue one of them once I do my recall, but I want to read this quick. I'm going to fatigue 1 and prevent all but 1 damage. So I'm going to go down to 3 health. That means I'm going to have to take all of these cubes back, and I'm going to have to exhaust one. So I'm going to exhaust this one, and I'm also going to have to grab a curse cube. I'll put that onto my whistle blow as usual. That also means I have to draw one of these wonderful beauties. We've got another green one. It'll look like this. That's going to deal me 2 damage. So I'm going to go down to 1 health. Why not? And then don't forget, the Shadow Cultist will curse us. So that means I have to place a curse cube as well here on the bear trap. Now, with the curse cube, every time we place a curse cube, we're supposed to place out darkness. But we're now both going to be in darkness spaces, so we don't have to place out any darkness, but we still have to draw a rune tile. So we have a red one. We'll place that darkness tile right here. That is just glorious.
It's time to do some backflip action. I'm going to go ahead and prevent 4 self, and I'm going to jump 3. Of course, I'm still going to take 2, bring my health total down to 3, and I have to gain another curse cube. We're going to put that curse cube, where do we put it? We're going to put it on low kick. I haven't used that in a long time either, which means now I have to draw another rune. We've got a gray one, kind of looks like an office building somewhere.
Next to go is that Shadow Knight that should be dead, but unfortunately Sun just couldn't seem to hit him. I mean, it's not like he's not big enough. I don't know how she missed, but it is what it is. First thing he'll do is gain 2 shields. Then he's going to attack Sun because Sun has 3 health and Maya has a whopping 1 and deal her 6 damage.
Sun's done everything she could except hit the bad guy. So this time she's going to do it for free. She's going to do what John Bon Jovi taught her. She's going to go out in a blaze of glory. She's going to use this ability, Diamond Body, Key 1, Retaliate 2. At least she can take off those 2 shields that guy had before she goes down. Diamond Body does give us a key token I'm going to place down on my character sheet, but now I have been knocked out. So I'm going to go ahead and tip my miniature over. She'll stand up at the beginning of my turn, but she's not going to be targeted for anything at this point.
The Ravager is next to go, and with Sun down, he's eyeing Maya like a big piece of meat. Oh, I'm hungry. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he's adjacent, standing in the darkness, attacking for 4 on Maya. I'll have to use one of my range cubes for this, but I am going to tumble. I'm going to prevent all 4 damage and get him free move 2. Maya will go ahead and tumble. Whoa, tumble. 1, 2, right there. Now it's Maya's turn. She is going to have to go out in a blaze of glory. She's going to start with a precise shot, getting +2 to her hit, attacking that Shadow Knight. Now she's at a -2 because she's adjacent to darkness, but that +2 and -2 cancel each other out. She still has precision, which gives her +1, so we only need a 7 to hit him, and that will take him out. It'll deal him 4 damage, and we crit on a 16 or higher. Looking for a 7 or higher, and we, oh my gosh, rolled an 8, just enough. That Shadow Knight is no more. For my second cube action, let's do some rapid shots. We're going to get +0, +0. We're next to the darkness, so we're getting -2, but I'm going to attack the Shadow Cultist, and I am at a higher elevation, so I get a +2, so those cancel out. So I still need just the regular 7 or higher to hit him. Let's hit him twice. That'll be 6 out of his 10 damage if we can do it. Our first roll, we get a 15, 1 away from our 16. That still will be 3 damage. He's down from 10 to 7. Let's get our second roll here. We have a 1, which is an absolute failure. With rolling that critical failure, we're going to have to fatigue. Now, normally I'd like to keep this one so I could keep my evasion, but here's the deal. If I take 1 damage, I die anyways. This will allow me to focus and cleanse, so I think I'm just going to exhaust my green agility cube.
Like the ray of the sun, she is back from the dead. She's going to gain a 13 health because that's her starting health. I get to do a free recall on all my cubes, but I have to place one of these purple cubes, which represent the trauma I took from falling over. And I have to place this in one of my slots, and I will not be able to get rid of this for the rest of the adventure. I think we're going to place it down in remove curse. So no longer can I heal 2 and cleanse 1, but that's okay. I've got some other ways of healing, and I've got ways of cleansing. Sun's going to start by joining the fray. She's going to grab her 2 shields, move, and attack. Like a ray of hope, faster than a ray of light, the shining sun comes back to life. She's going to use her free move first. She's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4 into the darkness. I will have to take 2 damage, but I do have my 2 shields. We're going to use that to block that damage. Next, I'm going to go ahead and start my join the fray by moving up here and attacking our cultists. Our plus for our elevation and our negative for our darkness are going to cancel each other out. Can we do it? I think the shining sun can. Come on, 7+. Oh, I got the 7 just barely. She did it. We were able to do 3 damage with that attack, bringing our cultist down to 4 health. Oh, it's not over yet. I've got some more fun in store for him. We're going to use our melee cube to use our iron fist. I don't get any additional to the hit, but I do get a reroll, and this does +1 damage, so this could take out the cultist. Come on, let's do it up. I got a 15. That's enough. That's 4 damage. Our cultist is dead. Bomb, 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 bomb.
The Ravager is next to go. Now, technically, Maya is closer, but remember, they always go towards the strongest hero if they can hit them, and he can hit Sun. So he's going to take 4 giant steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, and attack Sun for a total of 4 damage.
A monk never rests on her heels. She's going to backflip out of the way, which will prevent all the damage, and I still get to move 3 spaces, and +1 for the agility boots. Our backflip is going to put us right over here, and yes, I counted out 1, 2, 3, 4, but it just looks way cooler if you do 1 motion.
It's now Maya's turn. She is going to have a fun turn. She's going to heal 2 and cleanse 1. 1, 2, and cleanse this one to then immediately recall all of her cubes because she has used all 6 of them. And then by doing that, she'll immediately have to take a curse cube, which we'll put right back onto that bear trap. Hey, that's where we just had it. We have drawn our rune. We're going to have to place a darkness that looks just like this. And you know what that means? We're placing it in our space. So I am going to use my blue cube here and place it with my hide armor to prevent 4 damage. And I get a free move too if I would like. Ooh, I'll have to see if I want to do that. But the big thing is I now have a total of 3 health. Gosh, I feel awesome. We've placed our darkness right here underneath Maya. Maya gets that free move too. Let's go ahead and have her move here. Then I think we'll just use one of our red cubes here. We're going to do our precise shot on this guy, so we get +2 to our hit. We're also going to get +2 because we're attacking at elevation, but -2 because of the darkness. So we get a total +3 thanks to our precision. And of course, we crit on a 16. Looking for a 5 or higher, and we rolled a 5. Wow, you guys, today is the day of terrible rolling, but we at least were able to take them out.
Before Sun places down any cubes onto her action board, she's going to interact with that token using a minor action. Doing so will flip this token down to a 1, meaning we could do this again on another time if we want to. But of course, you can only do this once per turn. We see a body of a captain next to a wheel. This could be Luccanor. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we see here. We could examine the torn clothes. We could examine the Admiral's eyes. Oh, they're kind of green and ghostly. We could also turn the wheel. Oh, it could be like Wheel of Fortune. Go for it, Pat Sajak. Pay respects to the Admiral. We could remove the dagger or also pick up the handle fragment. Oh, that handle fragment is calling my name.
When you touch Luccanor's hand, which is holding a piece of the helm shaped like a serpent's head, you feel that an unnatural strength was applied to pull it off. The corpse's rigidity also seems to keep holding the handle with the same strength. With much effort, you remove the piece of the helm from the Admiral's hands. As you look at the man again, you see him sit up and open his eyelids, showing his empty sockets. Luccanor's mouth opens wide, and an indescribable sound fills your mind with unspeakable visions and the horrors of summoning up the last moments of Luccanor's life. Wow, that was a great choice, Barrett. Each hero takes 2 non-preventable damage. That'll put me down to 1, and Sun will move down to 11.
I'm doing okay at 11. We're going to go ahead and start placing our cubes. First, we're going to battle focus. That's going to give me a focus token. Then we also get to cleanse our cube off of low kick. Next, we're going to place our blue cube in balance finding, which allows us to self-heal 2 and focus 1. So we're going to flip our token to a 2, and we're going to go from 11 to 13 health. Oh, it's a good thing I got hit. Colin, how'd that 2 damage do to you?
Thanks to Barrett's wonderful choices, I now only have 1 health remaining. So what I'm going to do is use this remove a curse, and I'm going to heal 2, so back up to 3, and I'm going to cleanse by removing this bear trap. Then I'm going to use my battle focus. I'm going to focus 1 and cleanse 1, which means on my whistle blow that's now open and available, I have no curse cubes, and I have 1 focus token. I will use my free move for 3, 1, 2, 3, but you know what that means? I went back down to 1 health because that was 2 damage walking into the darkness. Thanks, Bernd.
We're going to start our turn by using a minor action to go ahead and take a look at that book again and pick something else. There are a lot of really interesting things to do, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to pay our respects. After all, he is not doing too good. You pick up the Admiral's hat and broken sword. Placing them on Luccanor's chest, you cross the man's hands, leaving him in a more dignified position. You say a prayer, and as you utter it, you notice that the darkness leaking out of the Admiral's eyes is reduced, while a small sunbeam penetrates the clouds and covers you both in a brief touch of heat. Each hero is going to gain 2 shields. Oh, that's awesome. Check it out. Sun brought a sunbeam. Our first action is going to put an agility cube on relaxing walk. Then we're going to have to do an unwilling recall. So we're going to grab all of our cubes. And we can't take the purple one. I really like to take the purple one though. And we're going to place a curse cube down in low kick. Now we're going to go ahead and grab a rune. We found a red rune. All right, let's see what the side is. Oh, it looks like it's another one of these Space Invader type dudes. Now from where we are, we can't place this down. So we're going to place out 3 separate tiles. We're also going to take 2 damage for standing in the darkness. So, oh, there goes our 2 shields we just got. Oh, barf. This is the tile we're supposed to place onto the board. Well, I've played enough Tetris to know that it's not going to fit. So instead, you're going to go ahead and grab 3 singleton tiles, place it under the character, and then move them towards the closest character, which is Maya. Next, we're going to go ahead and do a relaxing walk. 1, 2, 3. We're going to open this door. Knock, knock, monsters. Here I come.
We've found the cannon room. When you pry open a hatch to the lower deck, you are struck by the acrid odor of rot and death. As you descend the steps, you realize that the rift in the ship's hull extends even further below. Your eyes struggle to adjust to the dimness, and you become aware of a vile black ooze flowing outward from that hole and gathering along the walls and corners. You feel drawn toward it, and it seems to gaze back at you, probing your mind for nightmares and giving them shape. Now, I am going to tell you, we were going to play on the hard difficulty and use the QR code. We're having a hard enough time as it is, so we're just going to play normal mode. So you can see here we're going to have a Shadow Cultist rookie, a Lady Claw rookie, 2 treasure tokens, an event token, and then a Shadow Cultist as well. We have a special rule, Nightmares. When you finish the setup for this room, the hero who opened the door, which would be Sun, must make a Wisdom check of 14. It'll be a 12 for her because she has 1 Wisdom cube. If she succeeds, nothing special happens and you can keep playing normally. If she fails, we're going to spawn 1 black monster rookie in that space. Also, when the last monster is defeated, we'll read a broken floor on page 12.
12 or higher. Can we do it? Let's see. Yes, we got a 14. No black mini. We have our board all set up. We have our 2 Lady Claws and our Shadow Cultist ready to go. We weren't clear because the picture showed a Lady Claw and the text said Shadow Cultist. Now this scenario has to do more with the Lady Claws, so that's why we decided to use one of them. I still have 1 more movement point, so I'm going to step in the room. That's right, I'm not worried about these guys. Now I'm going to use my free move. So I'm going to move 1, 2, 3 to right there. That's right, look where I am. I'm all set to do some major damage to these guys. We're going to bring the pain by starting off doing Whirlwind Strike. I'm going to spend all 3 of my stamina tokens, and this attack will give Cleave 2, +1 to hit, and +2 to damage, trying to bring that pain. With our Whirlwind Strike, we're hitting both the Blue Lady Claw and the Shadow Cultist. We're looking for a 7+. Yes, we got a 10. That's enough to do 5 damage to each of these characters. They all have 6, so it's going to bring them down to 1 damage. I'm going to use our key token to hit our Shadow Cultist. Let's try to take them all out. I need to just do a normal hit. Yes, we got him. That's going to do 3 damage, which is going to be enough to take him out. Next, we're going to use Join the Fray to try to hit our final enemy, that Blue Lady Claw. Let's roll it up and see if we hit. Yes, we got him again. That's totally going to take them out. That's 2 people that we were able to take out. We're going to gain our Shield 2 token from Join the Fray. I also get to move because of that as well. So we're going to move next to this chest and draw a treasure card. We're going to give it a good old truffle shuffle and take the card right here on top. We got a Scroll of Resurrection. It says discard 2, self-remove 1 trauma cube from your board. Oh, that's amazing. We have a trauma cube. This could come in handy. Now we have to see if that trapped was chest will roll. Oh, it's not trapped. That's fantastic.
The Lady Claw will activate next. Now, we did say that the Lady Claw only had 6 out. They actually had 8, but fortunately, Sun still took care of that one. So we only have one green one left. Let's activate it. The Lady Claw can cleave too, but we're not in an area where she can get adjacent to both of us. So instead, she's just going to come right here and attack Sun for a total of 4 damage.
We first have to apply our 2 shields, which is fine. Then I'm going to take the 2 damage. Yeah, I'm not too worried about that at all. The problem is I'm going to get knocked down, but that's okay. I'll get up again.
Maya is next to go. She'll move 3, 1, 2, 3 for her free move action. She is within range 1. Let's go ahead and attack. For our first cube action, why don't we do our coordinated strike? We'll attack with a +1/+1, and we get to activate one of our pets. We need a 7 or higher to hit, and we get a 17. That means we get to place out one of our pets. Let's place out the eagle. We also get to either do a burn one or a slow one because of our magic crossbow. She's immune to burn, so let's go ahead and slow her 1. We can also, because we have our ring of Crimson Viper, burn 1 or poison 1. Let's go ahead and poison 1 for this one. So she's poison 1 and she's slowed. Let's now do our second roll, looking for a 7 or higher. Oh, we got an 8. That's 3 more damage. She was at 8 before, so we did a total of 6 damage, so she's down to 2 health. And you know what? Let's activate that eagle. My eagle then gets to activate. He'll move 1 space here, attack that Lady Claw for 1 damage, so it's down to 1. And because there's an adjacent ally, aka Sun, Sun is going to recover one of her cubes. She's going to get her cube of melee, so she has all of her cubes back. And then, of course, the eagle has flyby, but I think I'm just going to leave the eagle there because he's still adjacent to me. That was a good turn. I almost forgot, I've only done 1 cube action. So my second cube action, I'm simply going to move. I'm going to get 3 movement. Now that does mean all of my cubes are going to come back, which means I'm going to have to draw a rune token. I have this orange one. It's going to look like this. Oh man, I hate these ones. And I'm going to take 2 damage, but I have 2 shields, so I'll remove the 2 shield from the board. I've placed the darkness tile down, and unfortunately, my eagle is sitting right in it. My eagle takes at least 1 point of damage. It's removed from the board. Gosh, those pets, easy come, easy go. I do also get a curse cube. I forgot to show you that. I'm going to place that in my whistle blow spot, but I am going to get that free movement of 2. Now, I've already taken damage for the darkness, so I can move 1, 2 to move here. Oh, you know what? I'm going to move here for my third one, so I'm not engaged with an enemy. Do I want to pick up that chest? I am at 1 health. Yes, I want to pick up that chest. And you know what I find? The potion of mana. This is so much cooler than what Baird found. No, I'm just kidding. Baird found something awesome. I have discard to self-recall all your AC. Now we have to see if this chest is trapped. Oh no, it definitely is. I'm going to get poisoned too. You know what that means? I am very likely going to die.
We're going to start by doing a move action, which is going to remove our knockdown token. Next, we're going to take our wisdom cube and place it in balance finding. This will allow us to self-heal 2 back to 13, and it's going to give us a focus token. I'm really just preparing for the next turn, more or less. We're going to use our range cube to go ahead and grab another focus token, and I'm going to cleanse our curse cube off of low kick. That's really all we're going to do with Sun for this turn, and it's totally fine because the poison is going to sadly dispose of the Lady Claw, or should I say, happily.
Badly weakened by whatever tears befell the ship and the stresses of the current fighting, the half-rotted wooden planks beneath your feet give way and you feel yourself tumble into the darkening abyss. You land in the deepest hold of the ship, your fall softened by the deep salt water that has flooded it through the rift that has nearly split the ship in 2. Darkness lurks in every corner of the room, and the center of the hold is dominated by a black ivory statue of an insane summoner. From the statue's mouth, a tendril of smoke, like darkness, drifts upward, spreading through the ship. Well, this looks fun. We've got a veteran cultist, we've got a rookie Lady Claw, 1 interaction, and another Lady Claw that's a rookie. Look at where we have fallen. We are now in here with 2 Lady Claws and a Shadow Cultist. It is now my activation. Let's see how I'm going to deal with this poison. At the beginning of your turn, you have to resolve all the conditions you have. I only have 1 health and I have 2 poison. That should kill me. Aha, should, but it won't. I'm going to use my Wisdom Cube here. You can do reactions. I'm going to self-prevent 4 damage. Yeah, it seems a little overkill, but I'm at least preventing the 2 damage from this, and I get a free move too. I'll take that free move and move 1, 2 right here. Now, since I'm next to that interaction token, but I'm not next to an enemy, I'm going to do that minor action, interact with it one time, and flip it over to the one side. Well, I wasn't prepared for such a scary looking picture, but this looks awesome and scary. I can either pick up the stone shard, examine the book, pick up the staff, pick up the tiara, examine the mouth of the statue, or remove the pendant. Barrett and I talked, and I think let's try checking out the staff. So let's see what happens if we pick that up. You hold the staff in your hands, and almost instantly a small dimensional rift opens. You see several items in a strange room while the portal slowly closes. You quickly shove your hand into the portal and try to retrieve some of the items. Reveal the top 3 cards of the treasure deck. You may choose one of them to keep, then shuffle the remaining cards back into the treasure deck. Oh, not bad. My 3 treasure cards are a potion of healing, a potion of focus, and a potion of levitation. All look awesome, but with 1 health and 2 poison, I think I'm going to get the potion of healing. And then as a minor action, I'm going to use that right now. Now, this doesn't heal my poison, but it will heal me 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 5 beautiful health. It feels so good. So then my first cube action, I am definitely going to focus 1 and cleanse 1. By doing the cleanse 1, I can remove the 2 poison, and the cleanse 1 also removes this. I'm also going to get my second, then focus token. My second cube action will be my coordinated strike. I'm going to attack twice against that shadow cultist. It has 10 health, so I'm hoping to hit it for at least 6 damage, and I can get one of my pets out. I need a 7 or higher to hit. Oh, I just got a 7, so that's going to deal 3 damage to him, bringing him down to 7 health. My second roll is a 5, so that's definitely a miss. My coordinated strike allows me to place out my wolf, and then I'm going to end my turn, so my wolf gets to activate by moving right here. He's going to bite that shadow cultist, knocking him down to 5 health and giving him a bleed 1 token.
Sun's going to start her activation. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to charge our dice because it hasn't been the greatest to us, and after seeing Colin's terrible roll, I'm hoping if we charge these dice, they might actually benefit us better. Then we're going to take our move action, moving up to where they are. We'll show that on the board in a second. I also will just show you what I'm planning to do. Iron Fist is going to be my first attack. Low Kick is going to be my second attack. We're going to see how those go and see what we can do. Sun's movement's going to take her 1 out of my way, 2, 3 right here, and oh man, we're going to hit this guy first. See how well we do against him. By him, I mean Shadow Cultist. We're looking for a 7+. Let's see if we get it. We got a 14. Oh, charging that dice worked. This attack is going to do 4 damage to that Shadow Cultist, bringing him down to 1. At this point now, I'm going to turn my attention to our Lady Claw, mainly because he has bleed, so we're just going to take him out with a status effect. Oh, we love these status effects. We're going to attempt to knock this character down. I get +3 to hit, and we'll do 3 damage if this actually succeeds. Oh, sadly it did not. Need to charge him more. Sun does get to use her abundant steps. 1, 2, 3. Right there. Oh, she fell off the board. There you go. She's still learning. She's a training monk.
Next to go would be the Shadow Cultist, but we all know he's going to die because of his bleed 1. Heck yeah, dog. Thank you, Fluffy. Then we'll move to the Lady Claws. So the Lady Claws will cleave 2, knock down, they move 4, and attack for 4 damage. The first one to activate will be the green one. Now, thanks to Barrett's amazing move, yeah, we can't roll dice worth beans today, but at least we're using some smarter tactics. So she'll move to here and try and attack Barrett. She cannot target me or my dog because we're too far away.
This hit is actually going to do some damage to us. I'm just going to use my Absorb, Prevent 2 on myself, bringing our health total down to 11. I am going to gain our knockdown token, though, as well.
The next Lady Claw will also target Sun because Sun has 11 health and Maya only has 5. We'll attack for 4 damage.
To prevent the Lady Claw's attack, we're going to backflip. We're going to prevent 4, so I'm not going to take any damage, and then I get to jump 3. But really all that's going to do is remove our knockdown token, which is just fine. We now have to do a willing recall, so we're going to go ahead, or unwilling recall, I apologize. We're going to take all of our cubes back, just like that. We're also going to have to go ahead and put a curse cube down, and I think we'll put the curse cube down right here in Low Kick, not the end of the world. We're probably going to get rid of it pretty quick. I do have to draw a rune out of the bag, and we drew a blue rune. And let's see what it looks like. Oh, here's some more Tetris pieces. We're going to put them out on the board. But first, let's take the 2 damage because, of course, that is going to be landing in my space, that evil, evil darkness tile. I'm going to take this cube and put it in our cloth armor, preventing the 2 damage that way.
We've placed that darkness tile out on the board. Looks pretty terrible if you ask me. It is going to be Maya's turn next. The first thing she's going to do, I was going to leave this for Bernd, but he is a little bit busy with 2 Lady Claws. So I think I'll do the minor action here and check out this first. So what I did is I asked Bernd what he would take a look at here, and he said, I think I'm going to look at the stone shard if I was doing this. So I immediately decided to pick checking out the book, because we have seen Bernd's luck. It has not been great. So let's check out that book. You hold the ancient book in your hands. Inside, the handwriting is fancy and blurred. You notice that a page has been ripped out. Of course, they always do. Of the other pages, stained with blood, only one seems to be readable. When you read it, you feel your body fill up with refreshing and illuminating energy. You feel lighter. Each hero receives Cleanse 1. Well, that's awesome. I don't need one, but we do know Sun over there definitely needs it. So Sun is going to remove 1 from the low kick. What do you say we shoot these gals 4 times, huh? We'll do our rapid shots, each with a +1/+1 and a twin strike +1/+1. Shooting at the blue Lady Claw, we have a 20. That is a ×2. We're dealing 3 damage. That's 6 damage to her. She's down to 2 health. That's the first shot. Because I rolled a 16 or higher, I can activate one of my pets. My dog, Fluffy, 1, 2, 3, comes right to here, bites that blue Lady Claw for 2 damage. She's off the board. That's her 8 health. Done. We still have 3 attacks left. Let's attack that green Lady Claw. Second attack, 7 or higher is what we need. Oh, we just missed. Okay. Third attack. Let's see what we get here. We get a 9, so we'll deal 3 damage. 1, 2, 3, down to 5. And our fourth attack on that green one is a 14, so that's 3 more. 1, 2, 3, down to 2 health. That's perfect. My dog is going to do the rest. I still haven't done my free move action, so I'm going to move 1, 2, interrupt my movement. Let's check out this room. A partially hidden stairway descends behind the boxes and barrels scattered across the floor, leading to what appears to be the Admiral's private stash. All the chests here have been caved in. Gold coins and other treasures litter the floor. Ooh, treasures! The only interact chest is a midnight black coffer with silver hasps and a gleaming green etching. Your eyes are drawn to its ebon surface, and you almost hear an inviting song in your ears. We don't want to open it. We know we don't want to open it. Your desire to open it is overwhelming. A cultist wrestles with the chest, hanging and hissing when you enter. Oh man. Okay, we have another veteran cultist. We'll have a Lady Claw fighter, 1 interaction token, and a fighter ravager. Oh, actually, no, that's for 3+. So we're just going to have 2 enemies in this room. When you open this door, if none of the heroes has the secret passage status written down on the campaign log, we don't, you take 3 damage and write down noise status on the campaign. Ow, I'm going to take 3 damage. That's going to put me down to 2 health because there's no way I can prevent that. I've got a cube there. So I'm down to 2 health. When the last enemy is defeated and there are no more interaction tokens on the board, we have to interact then. Read special event back on the deck on page 13. We've placed our 2 enemies out on the board. I'm going to take 1 more step right here. That's going to end my activation, but my dog gets to go and take out a Lady Claw. Go get her, Fluffy. Rawr.
Sun's a little out of the battle, but that's okay. With those boots of agility, you watch and see how this transpires. Our free move is going to be 4 movement, and I can move through friendlies. So 1, 2, 3, 4 over to there. Next, we're going to use an agility cube on our relaxing walk to take a stroll down memory lane. 1, 2, 3, 4.
In the middle of Bernd's turn, I need to remember I wanted to use my potion of mana. I'm going to discard this to recall all of my action cubes because I only had 1 cube left. This way, I will not have to do an unwilling recall. Woohoo!
As Colin rudely interrupted me by making himself better, I'm going to go ahead and gain a focus token from our relaxing walk, bringing our focus token total to 3. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to use one of our yellow cubes to go ahead and join the fray. We've seen this bad boy before. It's absolutely amazing. We're going to grab 2 shields, which is probably what I should have done last turn, moving 3 spaces, 1, 2, 3 over to here, and the cultist is on a level higher than me, which means I'm going to be taking 2 penalty hit to try to hit this thing, so it's going to be harder for me to do it, but I think we're going to try it because we're going to go for broke. We're looking for a 9 or higher, and we got ourselves a 1. Yes, that's perfect. Why do I keep rolling these 1s, Colin? That critical failure isn't something that benefits the group very much, according to what I know about critical failures. I'm going to remove our ranged cube because we haven't really been using it too much except to battle focus, and by the time I'm going to do that, I'll probably be getting it back. I am, however, going to use our abundant steps after this pitiful attack, and I'm going to use my whirlwind strike once we do that. Our abundant steps is going to take us right up here. We're going to step up. Then I'll go ahead and cleave both of our enemies here, and I'll be getting +2 against that one. This die, again, is going to be decommissioned. It has failed me. I've had this one charging on a critical miss. Basically, the charging it on critical hits didn't work. So we're going to charge him on critical misses, and maybe that'll work better. Let's see how it goes. 16, that's perfect! That 16 is going to activate our Blood Rust Blade. It says whenever you get a 16 plus, the attack gains bleed 1, and check it out. I've got 2 bleeding tokens, and I've got 2 people that want them. That cleave does 5 damage to each of those characters, bringing them both down to 5. So I did about half their health, and they're bleeding. That's really all Sun can do. She only managed to walk all the way across the board, critically fail, and then do a super attack.
We'll now move to that poor Shadow Cultist. He's going to take 1 damage to start his turn due to that bleed token. He's down to 4 health. Unfortunately, he has multi-shot 2. This is not good. That means he's going to try and target 2 of us, and he has a range of 2. That means all he needs to do is move 1 space here. He is now within range 2 of me, and he's within range 2 of Sun, and he's going to attack both of us for 5 damage, and if he deals any damage with that attack, he's going to give us a Curse Cube. Well, I've been living on the edge of death for this game. I'm going to use Evasion here. It states that I can fatigue 1, so I'm going to fatigue this blue cube, and then I will prevent all but 1 damage. So that puts me down to 1 health, but that does mean I gain a Curse Cube. I'll place that Curse Cube here, and when I get that Curse Cube, I have to draw a rune. I have a gray rune. That means, I should show you the type of darkness Tetris tile I have. I'll have this one. Because of where I am, I'm just going to get the 3 individual darkness tiles. That's going to deal me 2 damage, which should kill me. But Maya's not that easy to kill. What she's going to do is use one of her range tokens. Oh, that stinks. But we're going to use that to prevent 4, and we're actually going to move 2 on top of that. Our move 2 is going to allow us to move 1, 2, getting ourselves a little bit closer. Unfortunately, we are still adjacent to darkness.
We're going to start by using our Divert 3. We're going to try to prevent as much of this as we can. That means I am going to take 2, bringing my health down to 9. Oh, wait, I don't take anything. Check it out. I totally forgot I got shields. Oh, booyah! I don't take any damage from that attack.
Our Lady Claw is next. She's going to take 1 damage because of the bleed, so she is also down to 4. She is going to attack Sun, I can't do the cleave, but is going to knock her down for 5 damage.
Somehow in my awesome brain, I decided to use my agility cube over here in the cloth armor. That was a brainiac move. The only one we have left is this one, and I could use it for retaliate too, but I think we're just going to prevent 2 damage. So we're going to take 1, 2, 3, and that's right, I get knocked down. That is my final cube, so I have to do an unwilling recall, which means I get to recall all these fantastic cubes. I have to draw a rune token and also gain a curse cube. So we're going to gain our curse cube. We're going to throw it up here in low kick. I'm going to grab our rune. We got a red one, and it looks like this. Oh, look at that. It's a do not enter symbol. We're going to go ahead and do not enter 2 damage on ourselves. I'm going to use, how about this agility cube over here? Bad idea. We've already decided that was a poor move. We'll use this blue one, which probably means I'm going to need it later. I am at 8 health. Maybe healing would be a good thing. I have 2 agility cubes. Yep, I'm going to go ahead and use the agility cube. Going to kick myself later. I'm hoping not to have to do a relaxing walk.
Here's the darkness tile that Sun spawned. We'll move to Maya's turn. Maya's going to move 1, 2, 3. She's still within range of both of these enemies. First thing I'll do is my coordinated strike, and I'll be able to activate my wolf to be able to get him a little bit closer to the battle. That Shadow Cultist is bad news, so we're going to go for him first. We'll roll that die up. That is a 16. That means he's down to 1 health. I can burn him for 1. Actually, and I can burn him for 1 and poison him for 1. He is not immune to either, so that means he's totally going to die, and I'll be able to activate my wolf. Let's take that dog for a run. 1, 2, 3, 4. Our second attack will then be on that Lady Claw. We get a 12 that will deal her 3 damage. She's down to 1 health. Because of our coordinated strike, our dog then gets to activate. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, he's so close. I still have 1 cube action. Out of the 2 cubes I have remaining, I'm going to use this one to heal 2. That will put me back up to 3 glorious health, and I will cleanse my curse cube off. Then it is Dog versus Lady Claw. And you know what? Dog's going to move in, attack for 2 damage, and take that Lady Claw out.
Sun's going to start by using her normal movement, which means we get to get rid of the knockdown token, which is awesome. So remember when I said I probably wanted to use Relaxing Walk? Yep, we're using Relaxing Walk. We're going to move 3 and focus 1. I'm also going to use Balance Finding, allowing myself to heal 2 and focus 1. So I'm going to go back up to 10 health, and I'm going to grab 2 focus tokens. Well, actually, it's 1 focus token with a 2 on it. Our Relaxing Walk is going to bring us right over here next to our token so we can interact with that. Black chest. The wood the chest is made of is so densely black that it seems to suck the light around it. The corners are decorated with silver hasps and a thin, pulsating dark green alloy outlines the flowing, shapeless carvings around the whole piece. On the chest lock hasps, there is an inscription in an unknown language. As you look at it, you can hear indistinct whispers. So let's see what it looks like. Here's the black chest. Oh, look at how many cool things we can do. We can examine the stone hand. We can perform a cleansing ritual, but that is the path of devotion only, and I am not that. We can force open the lock. We can read the inscriptions on the chest. I'm sure that's fantastic. Oh, hey, look, Colin, a scroll for you to read. And we also have Pick the Lock, Path of the Cunning only. And I am Path of Cunning. Oh, Monk is totally going to pick this lock. We see that if we pick the lock, it says you insert your tools into the lock. Oh, it's just got tools. That's cool. And they are almost instantly repelled by a cold wave that makes your whole body tingle. Oh, that's going to be fantastic. Oh, lucky us. We get to draw 2 tiles. But good news, they are not placed in the respective darkness tiles on the map, but we do have to place them on the initiative track. We got an orange one and a red one. I'm not going to show you the darkness tiles because we don't place them.
The Shadow Cultist is next. He's going to die from the burns that we put on him due to our magic crossbow. Gosh, that was awesome. It is now Maya's turn. We're going to use our free movement of 1, 2, 3. I then have to use my final cube to move 3, which means I immediately will recall all of my cubes unwillingly. Grr. That means I'm going to grab this curse cube, put it back on my whistle blow, and I'm going to grab another rune tile, and oh, it's another small one, but that's going to cause me to take 2 damage, so I will go down to 1 health, because who doesn't like living on the edge? I've placed my darkness here. I will move up 1, and let's interact with this token. As we see, Barrett is pretty terrible at picking the best option on here. I'm actually quite good at it, so I am going to check out that scroll. Thank you very much, Barrett, and it's going to be something good. The handwriting on the scroll reminds you of one you've seen recently in an old ritual book in an unknown language, but this one seems oddly legible. As you read it, your mind is taken to the void between the planes where you can see darkness forming. The truth is maddening. Remember how I said it was going to be good? Yeah, no, instead, I'm going to take 2 non-preventable damage, and I'm going to die. Maya may have been killed looking at that scroll, but with that, we are immediately going to move to the next room. The small door makes a shrill creak as you push it open, revealing a narrow, improvised balcony, likely used to access the back of the ship when repairs are needed. Half-decayed rope ladders stretch upward, leading to the deck. Reluctantly, you clamber up the best-looking one, praying that it can still hold your weight. You come over the gunwale and look toward the helm. To your astonishment, Admiral Luccanor now stands there, glaring balefully at you. He screams in an inhuman voice, and more sea-tainted creatures erupt from the bowels of the Sea Wing's corpse. Move all heroes to the start position on APL E2F of the ship, add all monsters, and begin the encounter. If any hero has the noise status on the campaign log, erase it, and Admiral Luccanor will have a second activation immediately after his first. Bummer. When the last enemy is defeated, read the end of the adventure. Here we are back on the ship. You can see that the captain is way over here. We're going to be way over here. So maybe he won't be able to get to us. We'll see. We'll also have a Shadow Cultist veteran and a Lady Claw veteran to deal with. Maya, unfortunately, is dead on the deck here. We'll move to Sun's turn.
Sun's going to try to be really tricky sneaky. She's going to start by using Join the Fray. Then our next action cube is going to be Iron Fist. Let's go to the board and check it out. Sun's going to move 1, 2, 3 with our Join the Fray, gain our 2 shield tokens, and attack. We need a 7+ to hit. We got 11, so that's going to do 3 damage to her. Then we're going to move into our Iron Fist. I need a 7+ for this roll as well, and we got a 5, so we missed, but that's okay. I get a reroll with our Iron Fist. Come on, 20. Oh, we got a 10. That's half a 20, and it's still a hit, so we'll take 3 more damage. Oh, I forgot. Iron Fist gives +1 damage, so she's actually at 5 health. At this point, I think it's time to go for the kill shot. We're going to use our Body Strike. I'm going to spend both my focus tokens to get +3 to this roll and do 6 damage. A little bit overkill, but none doesn't really hurt. I got 4, 5, 6, 7. That is still enough to take out our creature.
We did forget to show you guys her card. You can see here she would have cleaved all, knocked down, poison 1, and she had that 12 health, but Sun didn't want her to activate.
After Sun destroyed that Lady Claw, she's going to move back 1, 2, 3 with her abundant steps, and at this point she's going to use her free move to move right there, hiding behind Maya, who's on the ground.
Here we have Commander Luccanor's card. On the left side you can see he's immune to poison, bleed, knockdown, stun. He is using the Ravager's card for his initiatives. That's why he's going next. He has 20 health. He will cleave all, intimidate 1 plus X. Now, what does that X stand for? I had to ask because I missed this in the rules. All the commanders, whenever they have an X, they have a rune that's tied to them. He has the gray rune that's tied to him. So we have drawn 1, 2, 3 of them, so he will intimidate for 4 and push for 4 whenever he attacks. Yes, and he's going to get an extra activation because apparently I was noisy. I'm so sorry, Barrett. He moves a total of 5. He attacks for 4. It is melee, and he does have that 20 health. So that's what we need to clear out, plus that Shadow Cultist to win the game. Commander Luccanor will move 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then with his second activation, he'll move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at that. Barrett, the Sun Master, avoided his attack even with 2 activations. And now he's nice and close to us. That actually worked out almost to our favor. From what I understand in the rules, that is only going to happen the first time because we were noisy. After that, his activations will be once per turn. Now our Shadow Cultist is going to go. We know what he does. He's got the range of 2, multi-shot, but I'm down. So he's just looking to hit Sun, getting in range of 2, which means all he has to do is move here. He's going to attack for 6 damage.
Remember when I said, hey, I'll just put this agility cube over here. I probably won't need it. Guess what? I need it, and I don't even have it. We're going to have to use a Divert 3, which is going to help us a little bit. We're going to prevent 3 plus our shield token, which is 5. I'm still going to take 1 damage, bringing myself down to 9. He's going to be making me place a Curse Cube. I think we're going to put our Curse Cube right... Oh, actually, no, I've got to do an Unwilling Recall first, so I'm out of cubes. Oh, this is going to be not good. We're going to take all these out and put them back on our board. I have to place this out somewhere. I think I'll put 1 on Balance Finding. Now I have to place Curse Cube because he makes me place a Curse Cube. Oh, yuck, this guy's terrible. Where am I going to put it? There's no place I want to use all these things. We're going to put on Relaxing Walk. I'm done using that because every time I use it, I don't get to use my backflip. We're going to draw a couple runes because I had to put a couple Curse Cubes out there. Our first rune we drew is this blue one, and let's see what it is. Oh, it's just a straight old guy here. We're just playing him out on the board. That's fantastic. And that, of course, is going to be right on top of me, so we're going to go ahead and use our agility. Ah, fooled you. We're going to put our wisdom cube over here and prevent 2. Next, we're going to go ahead and draw our next rune. It is a green one. It looks like this, but we're not going to place it because Colin's technically not on the board right now, and I'm already standing in darkness. I have amassed 4 cubes, and remember, if we ever get to 6, we're going to lose the game, so let's not get there.
At the beginning of Maya's turn, she's going to heal up to 11 health. She's going to place a Trauma Cube in her Bear Trap space. She will stand back up on the board. We're going to do our free move, which I'll show you in a second. And then we're going to do our coordinated attack, and we'll do our rapid shots. Maya's going to move just 1 space, actually maybe 2, actually maybe 3. We don't want to be next to each other, so I'm trying to make sure I give enough room for Sun to move around because he cleaves all. We do not want to be adjacent to each other. So at where I'm at, I'm going to attack first this Shadow Cultist. I'm in range of 1 of both of them. Our first attack, we're looking for a 7. We've got it. So we just dealt 3 damage to that Shadow Cultist, bringing him down to 7 health. We'll roll up for the second attack. That's an 8. That's 3 more damage. He's down to 4. Then with my coordinated strike, I'm going to place my dog out on the board. And now for my next 2 hits, I'm going to go for the boss who's at 20 health. Okay, let's see what we can do. Our first attack is an 11. That will deal him 3 damage. He's down to 17. Our next one, we get a 6, which is just a miss. Bummer. So we missed on that one. However, I now can use my 2 focus, and I can attack 3 times using Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo, needing 7 plus. Going for the boss. First one, critical failure. We'll have to exhaust a cube. I'm going to exhaust this one. Bummer. We still get 2 more hits, though. Come on, second roll. Be better than that. We got a 9. Okay, we hit him for 3. 1, 2, 3. He's down to 14. I was really hoping that I could activate my dog one more time. We've got a 4. Nope, so a total miss. Since both Barrett and I can't seem to hit the broadside of a barn, my dog certainly can. He's going to move 1 space, attack for 2 damage, knocking the boss down to 12 health, which is great. He would normally bleed, but remember, he's immune to bleed, so nothing's going to happen there. Now it's Sun's turn.
Sun's going to start by using her move. She's going to move 1, 2, right past here. Just wave to him passing by. 3, 4 over here. We're going to try to take out this cultist. We're going to place our cube in Iron Fist and see how it goes. I need +1 damage. I need +1 everything here. I got a 12. That's enough. So we did 4 damage to the cultist, which is enough to take the cultist off the board. And we're going to move into our next action. For my second action, I'm going to use Join the Fray, charge my die up a little bit, gain 2 shield tokens. We're going to move adjacent to the commander. Let's roll our die. We got a 13. That's enough to do another 3 damage to him. He's down to 9.
The commander is next. He's going to turn and set his eyes on Maya because Maya has 11 health and Sun only has 9. He's going to move 1 step right here. He's going to cleave all. So he's going to deal damage to both the dog's done, and to Maya. Maya's going to take a total of 4 damage. She is then going to get pushed for 4. And she's going to take 4 intimidation tokens. Look at that token, you guys. Probably the best token I've ever seen. Intimidation tokens. So I'm going to have 4 of these, not just 1. I'm going to have 4. What they do is the next time I attack, I have to reduce my damage by the amount of intimidation tokens I have. So my first attack is going to do nothing next time. Then I'll discard them. Remember how I said I was going to take that intimidate? No, I'm not. Because you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to tumble. I'm going to prevent 4 damage, and I get a free move of 2. I'll move myself 1, 2. I'm just farther away from him. I'm still going to want to get to at least this spot before I attack because I'm still adjacent to darkness, which would give me a -2 for my hit. After Maya tumbles away from the commander, she's then going to do a precise shot. She's going to gear up, get a +2 to her hit. Actually, it's a +3, +1 damage, and I crit on a 16 or higher. I need a 5 or higher to hit. Oh, that is a 9. That should be good. That will deal him 4 damage, bringing him down to 5 health. And I'm realizing I was adjacent to darkness, so I had a -2 on that hit, but that's okay. That actually would have worked still with the 9 roll, so we'll take it. I only have 1 cube left, so I am going to use this for the suppression shots. That's going to let me move 3. We're going to target up to 2 different enemies, deal 1 damage. We're just going to deal 1 damage to the boss. He's now down to 4. I am then going to grab from the Bag of Doom, and I get an orange one. We've got a straight line for darkness. Gosh darn. That will deal me 2 damage. I'll go down to 9 health. I will do my unwilling recall, and I need to place a cube. Let's go ahead and place this cube into the bear trap spot. And of course, I can't place that in the bear trap spot. That's where my trauma cube is. I will instead place this boy. You know, I've got all these different ways to attack. Let's do the mortal blow.
Sun's going to start her turn by battle focus. I'm running out of options due to all these curse cubes. We're going to remove the one off relaxing walk because all I have left are agility cubes. My battle focus is going to grab also a focus token. I'm then going to use the relaxing walk. Oh, this is going to start turning out pretty good. We're going to use our relaxing walk to grab another focus token. This is going to be awesome. So we're going to do a couple moves, and then I'm probably going to body strike that guy. Sun's coming around the mountain. Here she comes, right over here behind this guy, and she's going to try to, well, actually, I'm going to stand right there so you can see her in all her glory as she takes this guy out. Spending the 2 focus tokens gives us the ability to body strike. Let's take him down. I got a 9. That's enough because I get +3, and I do +3 damage, so that's a total of 6 damage. He has none left. Luccanor is off the board.
With a heavy heart, you dispatch the hideous creature that was once the noble Admiral Luccanor. The once again lifeless corpse exhales a tendril of darkness as it falls limp to the deck of the ship. The impact sends a shudder through the entire vessel, and all around you wooden plankings begin to snap and fall away. Dark, railsome water floods into the gaping wounds. You hastily look over the Admiral's body and notice a small translucent crystal that has fallen from his cloak, a blue light dancing within it. With some trepidation, you hastily grab the crystal and flee from the ship, just in time to watch the sad remains of the Suing collapse upon itself. All of its masts broken and the decks folded over, and the ship makes one final voyage, straight to the bottom of the sea. As it vanishes under the unforgiving black water, the sun seems to shine a bit brighter, and the mist finally begins to burn away. From the safety of the docks, you finally examine the crystal you retrieved, finding it warm to the touch and mesmerizingly beautiful. Clearly, not the artifact you seek. Someone must have taken the cursed artifact off the ship before you arrived. You need to find it, and quickly, or else whatever caused the ruin of Luccanor will surely infect all of Umbral. You make your way back to the Hanging Net to seek more clues of the cursed artifact that Luccanor carried on his doomed ship. Around you, the harbor has only just begun to recover from the attack of the brine-soaked invaders. Those few who have gathered at the tavern are dirty, wounded, or even weeping. Famished, you eat a paltry meal and search the crowd for the old acquaintance that survived the night. Little by little, you piece together that a poor district near the docks has been quarantined. Word is that a plague of some kind is spreading there. Oh gosh. Few would have dared venture into that rough and tumble neighborhood when there was no plague, but now no one will take the risk. The only souls allowed within are officers of the watch, doctors, and body collectors. Somehow you know that is where your search will take you. Our reward now is we can draw 7 cards from the previous camp items deck. Each hero who participated in this mission may choose one.
Here are the 2 items out of the 7 that we pulled that we can actually use. Barrett's going to grab that hidden blade. That's going to give him a retaliate 3. Kind of cool. He can hold one of those. I could grab that bow of Farsight, but I love the magic crossbow better because I can deal slow or burn 1. So I think I'm going to keep that. They each hit on the same number of the 8 and deal 3 damage.
There you have it. We've come to the end of the side quest. We defeated Luccanor. It was a blast. We were able to get some cool things, and we're going to move into Chapter 3 in the main campaign coming up very shortly. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell symbol so you know when the next video comes out. Also, please feel free to leave anything in the comments below. I would love to hear from anyone. And if you're excited to see if Maya and Son can take down the rest of this campaign, then I need you to meet us at the table.